Hey everybody, welcome back to Figs Outside. So earlier I did a video on the new edition, which is a Brigada Premier Pro 300 PRC, and this is what I'm going to be outfitting it with. But I will post a link in the description below to go to that video and check that out. And I said it was a 4-24. I like it. So it's actually a 6-24 by 50 first focal plane, and it's a Arken. So there it is there. Let's check that out. So when you jump online, it's going to be the SH-4J, which is the Japanese glass. This also has the Japanese glass. These are a full lifetime warranty. They're pretty budget friendly, especially for how many zoomies it's got. And so it says earlier, it's fog proof, waterproof, HD glass. First focal plane, 0 stop, which is sweet. These are 50 BMG rated, so it's definitely going to handle that 300 PRC. I've already been into this because I looked at it a while. I've had the scope for a good minute now, and I was going to put it on a different Pew Pew, but I'm going to put it on this 300 PRC so it reaches out there, and we'll see how it works. But like I said, I've already taken this out. I've already checked it out. I put the battery in it because it is an illuminated reticle. So we'll set that right there. So it comes with this, which is the cleaning cloth, and it's got a little Allen wrench, little bitty Allen wrench there for the turrets, so you can reset them. So it's a resettable 0 once you get it dialed. And here we go, check it out. This is a 34 mil tube, plus it comes with the scope shade and the cap covers here, a little bikini style cover here. So comes with the owner's manual right there, and also we've got a sticker. So, but pop this off. So like I said, this is the bikini style scope caps, or scope cover, excuse me. So it's that. So there it is there, you guys. One thing I like about these Arkens, compared to a lot of the other ones, is some people think they're hideous. I tend to like them. I like the oversized dials. When they're oversized, they're easier to grab, and plus, there it is. Plus, it's easier to read. And so if you've got bad eyes and it's dark or whatnot, I mean, that is super easy to read right there. So like I said, it's a 50 mil objective with a 34 mil tube. And it even has that on there. Maximum torque 18 pounds. Also, this company supports the Navy SEAL Foundation, which is pretty awesome. So here we go here. Scope shade, screw on. There it is there. But we've got some accessories to go with this thing. Woo! Almost got its first battle wound. So take a quick peek at this. So there it is. It's not super loose. It's not real stiff, but it's also got a throw lever we're going to put on there. So 6-24. So there's that. So nice positive clicks. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's not mushy at all. Very solid. This is the MOA scope. So quarter MOA for the adjustments. So when you get it all dialed in, you're going to loosen those and that, reset it to 0 and set it back on there and put that back in. Yeah, there it is there. So like I said, we've got some accessories to go with this thing. I'm going to stand right here. So of course we've got the halo scope rings, 34 mil aluminum. There it is there. So these are their billet precision rings. You guys want to see that, you can pause it right now. So same thing on the rings is lifetime warranty. We've got the flip caps. So that's that. So that already put the battery in there. And it's a battery right there. Or it was the battery, but it's a 2032 CR 2032. So it's got the bubble level. I know it looks kind of tiny, but it is a 34 mil bubble level. So that's kind of nice. Comes with a little patch, so I'll be throwing that probably on my my gear, my vest. And here's a throw lever. So tells you on the back how tight to put it. 2 inch-pounds. That's hardly anything. That's super loose. You don't want to over tighten it because they're little itty bitty screws, you guys. And it is aluminum, and you don't want to strip it out. So that's a look at that Arken. Plus I've got the Arken bag that goes with it. You can fill it full of sand, popcorn, peanuts, those foam ones. You can pack it. I've seen guys pack them with like pillow stuffing. I've seen people pack them with wool. So yeah, that is the look at this Arken. So actually, matter of fact, I am going to get this all set up, and I will show you guys what it looks like once it's all set up and it is on the rifle. Okay, y'all, I just wanted to show this really quick. So I got the scope, the base mounted. It's all torqued down. These are 8x40 screws, so they're torqued at 30 to 40. I got them torqued at like 34, 35-ish. Got the scope on there adjusted to my liking, and it is sitting just a touch high with but yeah, I'd say it looks really high, but it's actually as wide as my knuckle. But anyway, I just want to show you guys this right here. So this is an awesome tool. Awesome tool. It doesn't matter if your setup is crooked, like your bench is crooked or your vise is crooked or whatever the case is. I'm just using this right here because it's easy and it's portable. So it comes with these right here. So those are for low, and these are for medium and high. So this is the little ramp that's going to go on here, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set that on there. And so I can cant that scope a little bit. I'll turn it, and you're going to want to take this, the slant. I know it's kind of weird, but the slant side goes in here. Let's see if I can do this and film it at the same time. So obviously the scope is crooked. You can see it right there. So I'm going to turn it a little bit, and there it is. And so you don't want to just jam this thing in there, but that is perfectly level right there. I have a lot of buddies who shoot a lot of long distance stuff, and I have checked my own after using this Arasaka, and I will post a description in the link down below where you can get this. But I have used my plumb and levels to check that, and they are spot on. They are perfect. And this is such an awesome tool. They're a little on the spendy side, but hey, you know what? It's more than worth it for that. So once again, I'm gonna take that, and I got the scope a little tight. So you see it crooked right there. Slant side goes into the ramp. You can obviously tell it is crooked. I'm gonna turn it just a little bit. And there it is. You can rock that scope, and it's gonna sit flush as long as this is in there. So there it is, pretty awesome. And usually what I do is I'll leave that kind of snug, and then I will tighten down the rings. And I'll get those, and you want to tighten them in a crisscross pattern, front and rear. And I just do a little bit at a time, all the way until they're pretty snug. Then I crank them down just a little bit with my hand, because these are only 18 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds. I might have said foot-pounds on those. Anyway, it's inch-pounds. You want to be sure you're using foot-pounds. Please use, gosh dang it, please use inch-pounds, people, include myself. So inch-pounds. And I have the Wheeler fat wrench, that guy right there. And so, like I said, just crisscross pattern, get them pretty snug. You want to do it pretty even. Check to make sure the gap on both sides of the rings is fairly even. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, obviously, but you want them pretty even. I've seen them where they're they're tight on one side and pretty gapped on the other side. You don't want that. So anyway, there that is. Okay, y'all, there it is. It's all mounted up. I took the bolt out so that way it's safe. Magwell's clear, chamber's clear, bolt is out. So there it is. And like I said, it is sitting a little bit higher than I like. So I'm probably going to get different rings for it, but I just want to shoot it and get it broke in. So yeah, there it is. And I wanted to show you guys the crosshairs in this optic, and then I will show you this is a lighted optic, and it's got 6 brightness levels. There we go. All right, now I'll move it over and you guys can see the reticle. It's not one to focus, y'all, but here it is. There's the red. That's one, you can barely see it. That's 4, 5, 6. See the difference? There's 1. Like I said, you can barely even see that sucker. So there it is, y'all. That is the Bergara HMR Premier Pro 300 PRC. And sitting on top of it is the SH-4 Gen 2 6-24 by 50 with 34 mil tube. And that is the Arken optics. And yeah, I thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching this video, like I said, and I appreciate it. And if hopefully here really soon we can get some rounds downrange for you guys. And I got a couple different boxes of ammo that we're going to try to see what pattern's best out of this weapon, and then we'll go from there. But anyway, guys, until next time, like I said, I'll be posting links down below for everything that you've seen in this video. The scope, the rifle, that Arasaka scope leveler. And so, yep. Anyway, till next time, guys. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. And if you could, hit that thumbs up button, like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye.